One of the most common objections against religion today, especially against Christianity, is that it's a source of much of the conflict in the world. Since 9/11, this indictment has been aggressively promoted by the new atheists, including Christopher Hitchens, whose book, God is Not Great, is subtitled, How Religion Poisons Everything. I'll admit this is an easy argument to make. There's no question that horrible atrocities have been committed in the name of religion. Think of the Inquisition, witch trials, religious wars, pedophile priests, money rackets, Islamic terrorism. We could go on with a long list of crimes committed under the banner of faith. So I can understand why people get turned off by religion. The usual response to this criticism is to point to all the good that religion has done for mankind, like the humanitarian work performed by various religious groups and individuals. That's a valid response, but I'd like to approach this from a different angle. If we're going to delegitimize all religion on the basis of some bad apples, let's apply the same standard to every other human institution. Take government, for example. How many wars have been fought by governments over political or economic differences having nothing at all to do with religion? How many millions of people have died at the hands of corrupt politicians who wielded the power of government with ruthless efficiency? We could make similar observations about corporations or trade unions, fraternities, even professional associations. The body counts may not be as high, but the destruction inflicted by rogue elements in these enterprises is very real to their victims. Even families can be dysfunctional, inflicting enormous pain on the innocent. Cherry-pick the data, and you can build a case that all these institutions poison society just as much or more so as religion. Of course, we don't do that, do we? We prefer to balance the negatives with the positive contributions these institutions have made to humanity. Sure, they're not perfect, we'll say, but the world would be even worse without them. I agree. So why is religion alone singled out as irredeemably evil and a scourge on humanity? Religion, including Christianity, is really no different than any other human activity. Even at its best, it's still comprised of people who are subject to all the same character flaws that beset every other enterprise. The hypocrisy, the pride, the greed, the envy that makes religion so repulsive is not limited to religion. It's universal. You see, the problem is not that religion poisons the human race. It's the other way around. It's humanity that poisons religion and government and business and every other field of human endeavor. If we were to completely eradicate religion, now that will never happen, I know, but let's just assume we did. If we were to completely eliminate religion, the world would not be transformed into a paradise of peace and harmony. In fact, with no transcendent ideal to hold our passions in check, the world would soon be plunged into a nightmare of selfish behavior unlike anything any religion has ever perpetrated. That's why I suspect that our culture's current fascination with atheism will eventually fade as people figure out that their lives can be just as miserable without God as with Him, and probably more so. Our challenge is not to eliminate religion, but to sift through all the competing belief systems to find the one that most closely aligns with reality. That's a difficult task, I'll grant. But if each of us did that, we would spare ourselves a lot of the misery created by those who would deceive us. I'm David King with another episode of Beyond Grasping. Have a great day.